So, I guess welcome to Stationeer. It's a game that I showed Stu that I'd found on Steam after watching a video. Um, he did a video of it himself. The link will be provided in the description to his video. Should definitely go and check it out. Definitely worth it. He did the tutorial and then the space side of it. I'm going to do the survival side. I'm not going to do a full let's play on it. I'm just going to do basically just a quick video, or maybe not so quick, but a video on it anyway. Before we get going, this game is inspired, from what I've read, by Space Station Alpha 13 or Space Base Alpha 13, something like that. It's inspired by that game, which is apparently a multiplayer, free-to-play multiplayer game. Never played it, only just heard of it because of this game. So definitely might want to consider checking that out. It's kind of like Astroneer, but it's not. It's more technical than Astroneer, a lot more technical, which is fine by me because I like games like this. Even though I'll still probably be scratching my head for like half an hour or so between different things, but yeah, so they will be adding a new planet, Mars, and from what I've seen, it might be to the point where you can actually fly from the moon to Mars, because it looks like they have got components to build a ship, which will be awesome and would make sense, because you'd want to go out into space and mine and other planets as well, and other planets would then offer their own difficulties, in which, why not? Space Engineers have done it, Empyrean have done it, Astroneer have done it, you know, so it makes sense not just to keep it stuck on one planet, you know, confined to one planet. And so yeah, we will get to it. It's a randomly generated planet, nearly said Earth, randomly generated planet where the resources don't respawn. Press I quickly to toggle space helmet, open or closed. Okay, so we started by ice. Okay, awesome, and a big hole. You want to put a bit I don't end up, oh, it's not so bad. I'll probably end up falling in there though. And some silicon. Perfect. So we start off with some crates, and we will just turn that over. And of course, because I've got my wheel plugged in, which I never disconnect, it's rebinded all my keys automatically. This is something that I think needs to be looked at, so I have separate area for separate binding section for joypads, wheels and joysticks, etc., because I have to reset it, and then, as you can see, some of them. So now I can open these. So no, I don't want organic stuff. Construction, yes. So we get a bunch of stuff to build our station with, and in fact I don't need this one. I need this one. Or do I need this one? I need some things from it, nothing much. Mostly the battery recharger. You build a base. Obviously you can't breathe on the moon, so no taking your helmet off. There's ores all around, and they can be quite deep, so you could actually mine for a long period of time. Your suit will run out of power. At the moment, you can't die. It's a new game, so you know you have to give it time. And for some reason, it's like I'm bouncing, whatever that's about. So we will first off get rid of this tape, because we don't need any installation tape, like so, and we will get this out of there, and put it in our suit as well, so it's easier to find. And we will get the stuff that we need to start building a platform. We need to take note of the direction of the sun, so the sun's going to come over that way somewhere, which is perfect. Come up over that way rather. This isn't the one that we need, is it? No, it's that one. And yes, and it does help if you select your other hand. So we will build a base somewhere around here, and I'm contemplating on how I want to do this. I don't believe that there's structural integrity in this game yet. There might be, because I'm thinking it would be easier to wire your base up from underneath instead of having all the wires running across the ground in front of you, and or tidier, and it doesn't particularly bother me too much. But I'm thinking that that would be, in the long run, easier. And press right mouse button to bring up the build options. I don't believe there is any other. No, this is the only one that you've got for this particular thing, is a solid block. So yeah, I think I'll do that. And let's go by a 4x4 maybe. We will, just in case there is structural integrity, because I haven't actually done this. We don't want the base falling down on us, and I didn't want that there either. Damn. Do you want to get where I want you? And I know we've got to use our jetpack to get up there all the time, but that's fine for now. We'll just fill the centre in now, and then we will remove this piece and we will build the stuff that we need up there. The other thing that I'm going to do is actually take off from probably this side so that while we're building, if the solar panel isn't blocked by anything that we build, and it'll be out of the way then. So press 5 and go into the tool belt, and we want our whatever that is, one of them, so we can actually, no, we don't. What we do want is we want the grinder first, so we can get rid of the one that we don't want. Damn. And I guess we'll go into 3 and just drop that in there somewhere, and then go back to our belt and select the tool that we did need. I don't know how loud this is going to be. It sounds quite loud to me, but hopefully it's not too loud. I should have tested the recording before just to make sure that the sounds would be fine, but it's fine. It's, it's not like I have much to say anyway. So while we're doing all this, one thing for you to note that every Saturday, 2 p.m. EST or 7 p.m. GMT, we are doing a fundraiser event for charity to Ronald McDonald's house, the Ronald McDonald House rather. You can happily drop in on the stream, and the more the merrier too. You know, we're flying in Cessna's doing a world tour, but we're not actually going to visit every country and do all of that. It's just we've selected some airports that we want to fly to that aren't ridiculously out of the... We're out of plates. Okay, fine. Just don't fall down. That aren't ridiculously out of the way, that it means that we're flying for long periods of time between hops. They're anything up to about 250 nautical miles, and we did our first leg from Scotland across to the Isle of Man to Ireland, and ended in Cork, and then from Cork we went to, or we started off in Swansea and then flew from Swansea to Wolverhampton to Norfolk, and this weekend coming, depending on when this video goes up, our third leg anyway will be from Luxembourg to Innsbruck to Chevelle and down to Marseille or Carvers. I can't remember the exact airports, but there's quite a few hops for this one. But certainly, please, if you've got the any funding, any money to spare, and you wish to do a generous thing, then by all means make a donation to the Ronald McDonald House. The link is in my description. The group of us that fly be Bipolar Prophet, Moondog, Farmer Dad, myself, Draco, Stu B, maybe Zig if he's not too busy one day, but there's enough of us that fly and stream, so you can catch us on any one of those channels, and you should definitely subscribe to them all anyway, because they all throw up content and that is definitely worth watching. So with that out of the way, we will get back to this game. And what did I want? I wanted the solar panel, didn't I? I don't know if that's in here. Solid generator, arc furnace, not that. What is that noise? It's like a thudding, like a door blowing in the wind. We want that, and we will want the glass, and then we've got to get up here. And let's see, how do I want this? Now bearing in mind I've got to be able to get to this, and actually I think I will have it that way, because then if I add more to it, I can, yeah, and then add the glass to that. Now it's a solar panel. Is this going to hurt? Okay, good. And I want not the controller yet. I want It's in the other chest, isn't it? The one that I said that's the only thing I needed out of here. The battery charger. And what I might do is actually have that just on the side here. Depending on which way does the power need to come out of on that? Because you have two outlets. You have a power and a data. The data is for automation, and the power is obviously for power. So I need to know which side is which. Because one of the first things I'm going to... That's the power. Okay. Yep, that's perfect. I don't need to glide down. And have it there. And then we will get the battery out of here and stick that in, so that can charge up when it's ready. That will bug me. OCD stuff, you know. No, oh, that's why. I blame Factorio for that. You can't censor this, can you? Oh well, that'll do. And then we will run the cable down, which should be in my belt. And the fun part. Thank you. No, that's one. That one, you can go there. And I want this one. They actually have a thingy one though, don't they? Is that the one? That looks like the one. Yeah, that will be perfect. Okay. It's not going to be the prettiest of wiring, but I never said I was any good at it. It works though, that's all that will matter about that particular thing, because I'll have a staircase coming down here somewhere. Or maybe not there, because the airlock would have to be built onto this, but eventually. And this would end up being expanded quite a lot. But I don't know if anybody's actually done a design like this. I just did it. I'm just doing it because it would be more easier to tidy cables. And we'll bring this along here, which I will have to swap all of this cable out at some point for a new kind of cable anyway. And what I might actually do is have over here the solid generator, and then have this as the construction zone, maybe have the furnace in the center here. I know that defeats the objective of actually having this raised, because theoretically I should have took it under, but maybe I should just build it on the ground after all. But being up higher might actually be beneficial. What I should do is actually turn that on, shouldn't I? There we go, that's charging up now, because we need that for the fuse box. So then we can sort out the power going to the machines coming from there, so that it doesn't put too much power in towards the machines. We don't want, well, I don't know if machines can actually blow up, but I know wiring can. I would guess that a machine could actually be damaged due to too much power going to it, high wattage. So yeah. What I should do? Just thinking right now. How I want this to actually look. Because I could have on the side here the fuse box, but you wouldn't be able to reach it from here. That'd be the downside. And I could always put a block here and have it so it's wired into the side there, and then come around to the machines. That would be here. And talking about the machines, we should get them first, shouldn't we? So we can work around them, plan around them. And which we want this one, and we don't want that one yet. We may as well, actually we may as well put them two where we want them first, and then for some reason my guy's weird. It's like he's jumping around for some reason. This is the arc furnace. We'll dump that there. And then the solids, which we will have here. And connect that up. So what we can do is throw coal into here, and that will send power down the line. So that's just basically a generator, coal generator. This is more for a nighttime thing, for emergencies, I guess you could say. Yeah, so we'll go and get the other machine up. And so what you do is you put your ingots into here. Whatever you're building will be extracted here, and you choose what you want to be built from here. Turn it on and off. Once you've selected, you hit this button, and away it goes. Could I fasten it onto the back? Maybe. I don't think you can. I bet it's in the other chest, isn't it? Or is that it over there? Let's see, I only need one of those though. So, yep. We don't need to. And the answer to that one is no. But I don't particularly want to build it here either. But I might have to. Forget it, I will. And then toolbar again. And wiring, which is not that one. And because we're going to connect something else up to it at some point, we may as well prepare for that. I hope things coming out of there can't damage cables, because that would be a pain in the ass. Oh, I've got to put a data card in there, haven't I? Okay, that's fine. Right. Now that that's all done, but we've got no sun, obviously. Night time is upon us. We want, but the card's on me, isn't it? Have I got the card on me? Network analyst, cartridge reader, cartridge tracker, anesthetic. Let's see. Yeah, no, we don't want. It's not going to be in there. That's all organic. Consumable. That's just food.
Power low.
Lock controller. We don't need that. Data disk. Do we need that one? Is that the one that we need? Data disk, or is this just all for the airlock? Power low. Already. And again, I guess the jetpack doesn't actually help keeping it on. Swap them over, throw that one in, at least we've got a bit more power. And let's open our toolbar again and select this one, because we have to open this with a crowbar, like so. And we can put that away a minute. We have to put a battery in here. We can turn that on. Do we have to? Yeah, close that. Do we have to put this card in there?
Power low.
Yeah, I can. Right, drill. Come here. Let's open you up and take that battery out. Let's throw that in there for now. That's switched on. That battery's no good because it needs the large battery, but at least there's a battery. You know what I should do? Just swap my one over with that. So it doesn't look like it needs to be that card. And if the sun comes up over there, what we should do is prepare for that. So we will throw that back in there, take the wrench, and we will tilt this. No, not rotate to the left. I want to rotate it to the right. Oops, that was down. Yeah, you're going to push me off here. Will you go away? That should be fine. And of course, I'm now stuck. Can I get that from here? It's better. And wrong way. Tilt that down. Maybe not 100%. Maybe actually 90%. That'll give us much more advantage to be able to get here, and because we have to manually rotate this. Eventually, when we've got the ability, we can actually automate it so it'll track the sun and have it. I think we can have it so it comes on and off. These will. I don't think you can actually switch these off, but you can have your base basically shut down when there's no sun. I think. I would expect that that's what the daylight sensor is going to be for, if you wish to have just pure solar power. But the aim is to build another large battery, so there's one in the charger at all times, to replenish the one that's in your suit.
Power low.
It's okay, I've got another battery, it's good. What I should do is just turn the lights off. I should have just built this all on the ground. I wouldn't be running out of power right now if I'd done that. Because all of this is being built up on here anyway. Wrong one. There. Can I have my toolbar back? Don't need that anymore. So we'll throw the ores in here, turn it on, and then tell it to process whatever ore was in there, and then it'll spit it out here. And from my understanding, you can connect tubes up to these exit faces and the interior, internal and exit, and have them so you can have it automated, which is interesting. And what I will do is switch off my light, so it's going to actually get dark anyway. The reason I've wanted the charger actually on its own power line is because if I had the charger connected up to this area, to after this fuse box, this battery would be charging the battery inside the charger, or batteries inside the charger, and I want this battery only to power whatever machines we have over here. I don't want to be transferring the power from that battery to another battery or other batteries. And how much? It's not going to say how much power I've got, is it? It's just very low. Okay. Oh, there's some uranium over there. There is no mobs to be concerned with on a night, or at any point during your game, your session, because they haven't been added yet. I presume there will be, because you can make ammo and that. In fact, I've got another 2 batteries I can take. I can use should I need to. So that's not too bad. Just waiting on the sun now. When that comes up, then we can get back to work. And then apparently the sun's coming up. No? Why is my jetpack on? Is my jetpack on? It is, isn't it? The hell? Is there a way of... There's the sun. So this will give us a readout as to how much power it's generating. And it's 100% visibility, which is perfect. So this will now charge this battery, because it's not going anywhere. These machines are all off. So it will be held within the battery. And the battery down there will be charging, and so all we have to do is sit here with the wrench just tilting this solar panel, following the sun to get these batteries completely charged up. And we need to look for iron, copper and gold, and then we can either look to expand the base or build another machine, or we won't be able to build another solar panel, not yet. It's a slow-paced game for definite. It's definitely worth picking up if you're into these kind of games. I think this is, even as it stands, it's worth its money right now, because there's a lot to do without having to worry about mobs or anything. Or should I say, a lot to get your head around, and some of it can be extremely complex, and you can make your bases as complex as you like. Which is good, because, well, it means every design will always be, each design will be different. And you can spend hours just trying to organise your base to be more efficient. And there we go, this battery is actually fully charged, almost. But how's that? one down there. That one's not doing so well. Is that even on? Yeah, it is. So why isn't that charging? Interesting. Okay, whatever. What we will do though is we'll swap this with the one that's in our suits. Like so. And that one can charge up in here. Because for some reason that charger isn't working down. Oh, it is. It's charging. Okay. I thought this was meant to flash when it was charging, but apparently it isn't. Anyway, we won't carry on tracking the sun for now. We will go and search for some ores, because, well, it's boring just standing here waiting for something to do. Did I really just close there? And I want 5, don't I? So I can put that in here. And what's this one? This one's iron, so we will get the iron. Oh good, there's more. I guess we'll go this way just to get a better view of what's around us. Apparently not much. The world is obviously procedurally generated, and from my understanding it's it goes on for, can't say forever, but it goes on for it's quite a big landmass. Plenty of copper. Something I always usually struggle to find in the 3 games that I've played. Was I really stuck? And 2 of those games didn't go so well. So I'm actually going to get as much of this as I can before I return back to base. And what's happening is all of the ores that I'm picking up are actually going inside my belts, which is a bonus. Turn on your light and then you'll be able to see what you're doing. Wow, there's a lot here. Bonus. Don't think there'll be much over in this direction, if any. Maybe that's all of it. And what I like about this is that we aren't actually picking up any stone. Normally you get so much stone on other games that involve mining for ores that you get sick of seeing it. No, we want to go up. Can we not get stuck? Thank you. Is that something over there? No. That's ice. I don't think we want to go down there. We want to stay pretty close to the base because we want to be able to see where it is. Just scouring around the base itself, looking for iron and things like that. Should turn that off while I'm like, and take it out of my hand. Of course that sun's blinding, so it's actually a lot harder to see where the ores are. Is this gold here? No, this is iron. But we will have it because we need lots of this. And when our belt's filled up, we will it'll just start dropping on the floor, and then we'll have to pick it up by hand. Luckily, there seems to be enough gravity on this planet, on the moon, to have the ores literally just drop straight away, not float, have a chance of floating off in any direction. They just immediately drop. Plenty of iron here. Now, I have found out that seems to be like a cave system in this game. So sometimes you can be mining. Rule of thumb, never mine above you in Minecraft. Well, it seems to be apparent on this game, don't mine below yourself either. Because sometimes it's quite a big drop. Perfect, so all that iron up here. Always nice to see. Just need gold now. And we'll be off to a good start. Excellent. Wow. I don't think I've ever come across a vein this big before. That's impressive. there we go. So we've actually reached the limit of our belts. So we will call it there on that particular mining endeavour. And we use the jetpack go out of this hole. And of course it's pitch black, so you can't see a thing. But, oh look, gold. Perfect. So let's see, what can we... I guess we will grab some gold. Okay. We'll have to manually pick it all up, but at least it means that we've got the stuff that we need to get going. Now I don't know if it will despawn if you leave it for too long, but I don't plan on leaving it too long because I can't carry as much as I would ideally like. I guess this is silicon, yep. Which we have no room for. We don't want to go down there. And whoa, there's that big hole. Oh, there's some coal here. Okay, so turn that off. I did turn it off, didn't I? Yeah, good. Yes. Throw that into there, turn it on, and there we go. And now it'll take power from here, and it'll start feeding this. And if you hover your mouse over, your cursor over it, you'll slowly see the 27 grams going down. 26 grams, and obviously when it reaches 0 it'll just drop it out unless it runs out of power. Then it'll drop whatever it's processed out, and then the door for the for where you put the ore in will open, and you can take out what little ore is left that hasn't been processed. You can split these as well if they're on in your hands. You can split them into one or half. Pardon me. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you can do it to ingots. So once you've got whatever you processed there, once you've processed it, that's it. You have to throw that amount into the machine, which is kind of ridiculous because then that means you're spreading a lot of ores between machines that you don't need to, unless there's a way of getting them out that I just haven't found yet. Maybe you dismantle it and they drop out. I didn't want to do that in case you lost them. Maybe I should try that. That's how you learn after all. So, slow process of just basically waiting for ores to be processed now. What we will do is we will not switch belts out yet. Yeah, we won't switch the belts out yet. That might be a bad idea. As you can see, our flares have unfortunately gone out. They don't last long. Now, the one thing I would like to see, which is something that is good in Astroneer, is you got tethers, or tethers rather, that you can put around so you can find your way back. I know they're designed to connect you to the oxygen system. It wouldn't be for that reason, but for the pure fact that you could have it as just rope between poles, so you could find your way back to a particular point. I know we've got a beacon, but as I found out earlier, the battery in them doesn't last long, so you don't want to be out mining for too long. Now, there might be a more efficient way of putting a beacon up. You might be able to power build a beacon that is powered via a cable, but as you can see how fast this battery is draining just doing these, which is done. 29 grams of iron, gold, which can go in there, and now we will do some iron. And from my understanding, there's lead, silver, cobalt, nickel. Well, I don't know about cobalt because I haven't found that one, but I'm presuming. But there's definitely nickel, lead, silver, uranium, iron, copper, gold, steel. I think there's Invar as well. So there's quite a few ores to mine, and then obviously there's ice, which is used up obviously for oxygen. I'm dreading building this up here now. I should have just built it on the ground level, and I should figure it's fine. That will still be gained some power. Nope. Should do soon now. Not much power is left in our suits. Oh, we're okay for now. Can turn my light off again now though. That will save some power. And how much is left? Or didn't I activate it? Oh, it's done. So iron doesn't take that long after all. And we'll do some of that, and I guess put the rest in storage for now. Oh, picking things up and not even paying attention to what I'm picking up. No. Oh yeah, insert. Guess you'll have to go in this one. Insert that there. Okay, that's... I definitely turned that off, didn't I? Yeah, good. Because I don't want that. I don't know if it can explode, but don't want to take the risk. That's fully charged, so I'll swap these out. And that can charge up for now. And throw this one. You run out of power or something? That door hasn't opened. It's 12. Oh, they're still doing the copper, isn't it? That's why. And that's definitely got power coming through, surely. Yeah, good. Hurry up. Why is my suit all glowing blue? That's what I don't get. Is there a third person in this? Hosting one client. Yeah, okay. I've never actually pushed any of these buttons, so... yeah. Apparently you can't. Yep, can I have that? May as well smelt that. So, the machine, we can make copper coil, cable coil rather. In fact, if we switch it on, we'll be able to see what it will take. We can make construction kit chutes, pipes, sign, walls, floor grating, glass sheets, iron frames, iron sheets, arc furnace, auto leather, centrifuge, door, electronics printer, and should we build one of those? Yeah, may as well. Electronics printer might come in handy for something, don't know what, but might come in handy. May as well get it done anyway. I wonder if you open the door and take the ingots out like you do opening this with the crowbar. That would be silly. And apparently that chip either doesn't do anything, or it needs to be connected to the computer first. So we may as well take that disk, reopen that, because, well actually no, we'll just keep that closed, because we don't need to take that battery out at all now. And I guess what we will do is we'll throw that chip in there for now. Oh, that's done. Now, why I have found out the hard way is if you leave this, if there's enough ores in there, after you've told it to build one thing, it'll continue to build that until you basically stop it, or it runs out of ores, or one of the ore types, one of the required ores. So it's best to keep an eye on what you're constructing. Otherwise, I'll end up with a few of these, 2 of these, and I only need 1, obviously. So there we go. There it is. And may as well build it here. Be interesting getting to the... oh, I can get to it, that's okay then. Yeah, I'll do it that way. And then have maybe a machine here, and a machine, no, the machine's going along here actually, for the rest of them. So I may as well just bring this cable. That's it. So we need more cable before we can add more machines, which is fine. into there. See what else we can build. Do we want one of these? No, we don't, because that's what we've got, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, we don't want one of them. We don't want a furnace yet. We don't want that. We don't want them. We don't want a light. We might want a locker though. So at least then we can store. In fact, we might want a couple of them, so then we can store stuff in them. See what I mean by it'll carry on. Guess we'll just put them here. Maybe one there and one there, so at least we can get behind. So that is annoying, that flickering. But now we can store the stuff that we don't want to carry on us in here, so we can throw all the cards off the out of here, out of the backpack rather, into there, the pills included. So we definitely don't need them. Just throw that in here for now. We'll throw all the cards up here. And it's funny how it just suddenly goes dark, like the sun's over there and then all of a sudden it's just pitch black. And as you can see, we can store a lot of stuff. We'll take that and put that in here as well. We don't need the duct tape. Not yet. Right. Apparently this one's empty. Good. Button, that can go there. Ores can go in this one. That can go there. That can go there. And that was all of that. Good. Go and get so that's this one empty as well. I ain't bothered. Oh, I do want the beacon. And I guess I need this. Look, there's some flares about that. And I'm not too fussed about the organics. Fertilized egg. Does that mean we can actually have chickens running around? That would be funny. How do you contain the chickens? I guess you can build a pen of some kind. I'll put the beacon at the bottom here because I will need that soon, and I will put that at the bottom as well. That's the construction kit console, and okay. Yep, good. So we've got everything that is down there that we need up here at some point.
Power low.
Well, it should be.
Power critical.
So there we go, I guess. I guess that will be it because it's late and I need to sleep. But that's basically it. And it's a good game, don't get me wrong. It's slow, and what I've done, you could go much faster at doing it. I decided to be silly and build a raised base, so I could hide all these wires. But obviously I've done an amazing job of hiding the wires. So yeah, you could absolutely, well, I could throw more iron in here, start processing more iron, and start expanding this space. In fact, I'd probably take this down back onto the ground level, because what's the point in having a raised base if you're not going to take advantage of all of this? Or I would keep it like this and then build the ground level, and have ground level as processing, the upper deck as the manufacturing floor, and obviously the roof would be for power generation. Until the ship's added, there would be no reason to build anything else really. Obviously an air dock would be nice, but yeah, that's, I guess, all I have time for. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this. I know I haven't really spoke much in it. Spoke more than I normally do, so that's a bonus. But hopefully you've enjoyed watching it, and hopefully you've learned something. If I do another video, then I guess we will find out. Turn that off, I don't need that on. But if not, then catch you in a video at a later date of whatever I decide to record. And if I don't do a video, then it'll be a live stream of FSX on Saturday, and then if all goes well, Farm Sim on Sunday. So until next time, take care and see you later.